Hello, good afternoon, all of you. Today we'll study about a new topic as we have already discussed in the previous class about the FTP, FTP model, FTP architectures, and FTP service command. Now, today we're going to learn about NFS, which is known as Network File Systems. Let's see. So today topic is network file systems. Just have a look over it and understand what is network file systems. Let's see. First is we have to understand what is the file systems. Then and thereafter we can understand the NFS in details. First of all, the file system is basically in a hierarchical order. Definitely the at the top level, which is the directory, is the parent directory which hold all the file and the sub file in the systems. So this file tree organize data program in a group so that the user can access these file and folder easily. The purpose for maintaining the file system is that to organize the data in such a way, to manage the data in such a way that user can access it very smoothly and efficiently. So file system is very much important before understanding network file systems. Obviously, you can see that the file system is associated with network NFS. That's why we have to first understand what is the file systems. If we are learning NFS, the first thing we have in mind that what is the file system? And file system is a hierarchical structure of file and directory. This is the definition of file systems. Now, let us go in depth about NFS. What is NFS? NFS is basically client server applications. Always remember, NFS is client server application which is developed by Sun Microsystem in 1984. This is developed by a software company which is known as Sun Microsystem. Sun Microsystem developed NFS using Unix-based workstations. This is the client server application and also known as distributed file systems. The purpose of NFS is it allows the user to access file and directory located on the remote computer. Here, the user can view, store, update file on the remote computer. Basically, the data is stored on some other machine, which is the remote machine. Now, NFS build open network computing remote procedure call systems. What does it mean? That means RPC is invoked just to establish the connections between the NFS client and NFS server. That's why we say that it is a distributed file system protocol which is developed by Microsystem in 1984. In NFS, it allow a user on a client computer to access file over the computer network. Like a local storage is allowed. That means by using the NFS, user can access their file very much easily as compared to the other systems. So this is all about the NFS. Let us see that what is exactly happening in NFS. Well, I have already told you that it is developed by Sun Microsystem and it uses the Unix-based applications. Definitely, NFS is developed for the networking purpose, and it uses Unix or Linux system to share data, exchange data. How it works basically? Basically, it allows you to mount your local file systems over the network and remote to the computers to interact with them as they mount on the systems. What does it mean? Mounting or demounting, you must be aware about this things. If the file and folder is mount on the client side, definitely user can access it very easily. It look like that all the file is stored in their own drives. They need not to request file or folder to view from other systems. This is very beneficial, so the user can easily access it, and this is possible only in Unix applications and Linux applications. NFS mostly common use Unix systems. Nowadays, we use some GUI portion also. Some other platforms are Mac OS, Microsoft Windows, Novel NetWare. These are the things. The purpose of this NFS is to simply crash recovery. If some file is lost or maybe the file is not exchanged, then it can recover it immediately. And of course, it increase the performance of the systems. First time, the first version was released by Sun Microsystems, but these are basically in-house experimental purpose, and it is not released for publicly. Now, the second is the V2 version 2 of NFS. Version 2 was NFS 2.0 was released, and basically uh, V2 of the protocol originally operate entirely over the UDP and was meant to keep the protocol stateless without locking. Here, stateless means that from where data is company just keep the information and does not share it. Main thing that because of this, it hampers some performance issue. There may be problem in the performance and of course the security. So the security and the performance problem was found in version number 2. What about the version number 3? NFS can operate across TCP as well as UDP. TCP is connection oriented and UDP is connectionless. Support for the asynchronous write on the server, obtain multiple file handle and attributes, support for 64 file size and offsets, and improve performance. Means whatever the disadvantage of version number 2, that is improved in version number 3. Now, the combination of version number 2 and the problem of version number 3 are both combined and rectified and resolved in version number 4. That means NFS 4.0 have high performance as compared to their previous versions. They have the strong security features and introduces stateful protocols. That means from where data is shared or exchanged. It is developed by IETF, which is known as Internet Engineering Task Force. So these are this is the architecture from the client side. Client side have the file systems, and NFS has also their file systems. Client request to the server to share some files, and this is done through the network. These are the structure which is given here through the client side. RPC call message invoked. Server is now invoked. Server execute the procedures and request completed and RPC returned. And this process will continue during the exchange of the message or exchange of the file, exchange of the data. These are the few protocols which you see on the screen that create, link, lookup, make directory, read address, remove, rename, make directory, system link. These are the different RPC requests. RPC request get sorry, get attributes, set attributes, lookup, access, read, write. These are the different protocols which is you must be aware. And I have also given the action which is done by or performed by when our RPC request is sent. So you can understand better that what is NFS protocols and what these protocols are doing. So what is the advantage of NFS? Stateless server and client. Stateless means from which server, from which client the request is coming, it was completely hidden. That's why it is known as stateless. Server can be rebooted and user on the client might be unaware of the reboots. It may be possible that client send the request to access the file, but maybe because of some reason at the server end it is rebooted. Then what will happen? It will definitely not work and request will be denied. Client server distinction occur at the application levels. Second is the it is highly flexible. So basically these things are given in the advantage. One is the stateless. That means data can be sent from any server, from any client. Why it is treated as a advantage? Can you guess? Because in version 4.0 you have seen that stateful protocol it is now, but NFS is stateless servers and I am treating here this statement as a advantage. The point is that when we are requesting some file or folder from a particular server, it may be possible that it will take some time, maybe delayed, maybe lost. But here, if we send request, in that case, from any server, data can be sent through any way. We have the data to access, we have the file to access, we have the directory to access. And that's why this is kept in advantage. Request can be sent from the any client, data can be sent from any server. Now, what is the disadvantage? Uses RPC authentications. RPC authentication may be possible that may be easily spoofed. That may be possible. It may be possible also that the data can be copied also. And we have already learned till now so many systems. For example, telnet, FTP. Now we are learning about the NFS. Now we can say that network is slower than the lower disk because of NFS, and there is always issue related to complexity and security issue. So this is the disadvantage, but we have already seen here that in version 4 these disadvantages will be improved, has been improved, not will be improved, it has been improved. So this is all about NFS. That's for today, and in the next lecture we'll see some more interesting thing about NFS also, and we'll proceed our lecture further. Thank you.